What's up, guys? Simple J say again. My name is Adifemi JC, and many of you know me as Simple J. While some people know me as Crypto Doctor. Some of you still know me as Paper Doctor. That was previously when I was still working on PayPal account. But for now, I don't really have much time again to work on limited PayPal accounts. All right, except if the money on the PayPal account is so big, then I can work. I mean, limited PayPal account. I'm not saying illegal money. All right. So yeah, in this video, I just want to do the continue. I just want to do the part two series of our Fiverr. Previously we started a Fiverr course, which we did in introductions, and today I want to go to the next stage, which is what we'll be creating our Fiverr account, professional Fiverr account. I want to hold you by the hands. I want to hold you all by the ends while we create this professional Fiverr account. But before that, I need to really apologize to you guys for wasting your time. I've been prolonging this. The issue is I've been really busy. I've been so busy, and you can see the time here. This is 2:41 a.m. and later today in the morning I still have meeting with people. All right, I have meetings with people, so I don't know when I will finish this video. This video might take 1 hour. So I really apologize. And there's one thing again I do like to tell you guys. But before that, well, you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Why? Because you have a lot to learn. I've not even started posting. I've not even started doing videos. By the time I'm done with these little things I'm doing, and I have time to start teaching you guys, we made a lot of money in different ways. That is my goals with you guys. Because we're still going to start a challenge. All right, like I said, we're still going to start a challenge, which I will be talking more on another video entirely. But for now, we still be to start a scalping challenge. Scalping is buying cryptocurrency quickly, selling for profit. I think I just started. Someone is doing scalping on Binance, and the goal is to make at least minimum of 500 or $600 per month. That is for the Binance scalping method, in the sense that we won't be greedy. We won't be too greedy, even if we flip. So we won't be too greedy. We just make one profit. We send it to Piggyvest. We save it up there. And so far, yesterday, I think I made about $124 by just scalping, and I will be teaching you guys how to do that too. But you are gonna need money to do that. But that is more reason why we have to make money with shit coins, then store up the money. Then once we make up to 500 to 600 or even $1,000, then we use the money on Binance to start scalping and make more profit. So, but all this I will teach in my YouTube channel. My two channels. I have two channels now, and like I said to you guys, that you should subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right, subscribe to my YouTube channel and the two channels, because I might post in anyone. Okay, so check this video description for the channel. But I think okay, I think this is the two channel. But check this video description. All right, just check this video description. You will see the videos. These are the two YouTube channel. One is also with Simple J, and the other is Crypto Toilet. All right, so let me just open I will post the link on this description, but this is just my video on the first page. So like I said, this is the preview of the last video I did. I don't know if you guys watched it though, but if you did not watch it, just go to my YouTube channel, subscribe. This is the subscribe button. Just hit this subscribe button, then you will turn on the notification bell. All right, you have to turn on the notification bell. It is very important. Okay, you have to turn off the notification bell. Script the toilet. All right, so check this video description, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and at the same time, also with Simple J, subscribe to this YouTube channel. You will see the link in this particular video description. This is video description. This is what they call video description for those of you that doesn't know. When you see more, click on it. Once you click on subscribe, you will see a notification bell. Click on it and choose all notifications. It is free. Subscription is free. And meanwhile, there's something else I need to tell you guys. All right. Yeah. So from this, you can see the time I'm taking to do this video. So please, I know many of you have my phone number, which I will still drop at the end of this video. But I want to beg you for one thing. If you are going to contact me, please let it be for business purposes. All right? I don't like this idea of people coming to my inbox, start begging me to come and teach them personally, begging me with the name of Jesus, begging me with Allah. See, if you come to my inbox begging me with all this, I won't answer you. I will read your message, but I won't reply. Why? The reason is, it is because of these people you are begging me, the Jesus, the Allah, God, that you are begging me. That is why I've decided to take my time to teach you all for free video. So by the time I do videos and people now coming to my inbox, could you please give me this? Could you please have time for me? And you want me to do it for free? Are you not being wicked? You are wicked. You are callous. You are callous, even if there's another name to call wickedness. You are wickedly wicked. You are callously callous. Because if you are not, you can see many of you are sleeping now, but I'm still awake. I don't sleep. I sleep every 5 a.m. working on things, doing other things, equipping myself, and even sometimes I do video. And at the end of the day, instead of people to watch video, you see them come to me now begging me to take them personally. Is that not wickedness? That is why I said I can teach you personally, but you have to pay $100. I've even made it cheap. Some people for Zoom meeting, they will charge you $500, $300, $200. But I said if you want me to teach you personally on Zoom, that is for the shit coins, not even Fiverr. I don't have, because if I'm to take you on Fiverr personally on Zoom meeting, you will have to pay me nothing less than $300. If you can't pay, I don't have the time. Don't come to my inbox to beg me. Please. Why would I sacrifice my own time? You are sleeping now. I'm not sleeping. I'm still awake by 2:46 a.m. doing video for you guys, all for free. You're not paying me. This is what people will not reveal to you. If it was easy, then why don't you just use the YouTube videos you see, the junk video you see on YouTube, and see if you will make money? So after I've deprived myself of sleep and I do video for you, instead of you to dedicate your time to watch, and you still come to my WhatsApp to now start begging me to take you personally, is that not you being wicked or for free? I've made many of these things for free. So is it now bad that it's okay if you want me to take you personally that you should pay $100 for Zoom meeting? Is $100 too much for the knowledge I want to give you? I'm even telling you that it's not like I'm forcing people to pay. Sometimes I even give people options that, see, I will advise you to go and watch my videos on YouTube rather than paying $100. I tell people like that. If I really need your money, I wouldn't be telling you. I wouldn't even do videos. What is the essence of taking my time to do videos and you can't even dedicate your time to watch? Fine, he said I'm a good teacher. Fine, if you really want to learn personal, there's nothing bad taking you personal. The only difference between personal and watching video is you won't need to watch all these boring videos. I will know how to take you in such a way that I always stick straight to the same thing, but with a fewer time, all right? Since it will be personal, you will have time to ask your questions, ask questions you want to ask, but you have to pay just $100. $100 is not much. So please, from henceforth, if it is not about business, don't send me messages on WhatsApp. Please, messages like, please help me to do this, help me to give me shit coin that I would take for profit. Please, I'm begging you. I don't want to be rude to anyone. Please, please, please. If you want me to take you personal, you have to pay. I'm begging you. Please. I'm a human too. Don't kill me. I'm a human. And look at you people. Do you know that the reason why I'm not happy and I had to prolong this videos was a lot of things I faced. We asked for votes. Those on my Telegram, on my WhatsApp, those I saved their number that I can see my WhatsApp status could see. I think yesterday I wrote in my comment that those of you that does not give that and you pray to God to give that, you should always pray. You should start by giving people. I've given many of you infos. I've passed knowledge to many of you. We were only looking for votes on Coin Sniper. Vote. 500 votes out of 2,500 members. And we were looking for 500 votes. I pleaded. I pleaded. I pleaded. I pleaded. I wrote it on the Telegram channel that please vote for this coin. Do you know that more than 800 people saw the post? It took us about 2 days or 3 days to see 500 votes. With pleading. People didn't want to even vote until I put conditions. Yet, you see this set of people coming to my inbox. This is one of the reasons that I sat down and I think about it that, JC, you've done so much for this. God has used us for these people. But these people, you request for vote, and I come to realize one thing that, see, if you kill yourself for these people, they won't value it. That is why I said, okay, fine. Fine. There are some things I will not bother myself doing anymore, which is one now. Anybody that wants to need personal assistance, like you want me to take you one-on-one on this, please, you have to pay $100. If you cannot pay, don't bother contacting me. Don't bother, because I've seen how humans could be, and I now see reasons why people taxed money. I won't tax money for my videos, but I'm just waiting for a perfect time to start the premium, because very soon, once we start diving into pure core trading and normal trading, I will start the premium group where some things will be paid. Yeah, because you people has proven to me that yes, no matter how people give you free things, when those same people need your help, you won't be able to do it. The vote we needed was just 2 minutes. I dedicate more than 1 hour, 2 hours. The truth is, it pains me. I'm not happy. I wasn't happy with that attitude. For free. I gave you things for free. Even in this Fiverr, there's something you're going to need from the niche I'm going to explain. I'm supposed to give for free, but I will never give it for free. You will have to pay for it when we get there. It's not because I won't charge you more, but you will have to pay for it. Why? Because I will never give it for free. Because of what many of you did when we need 2 minutes of your time to give me food. Just 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. You guys could not. 2 minutes with pleading. 2 minutes. That is Africans. That is Nigerians for you. They don't care what you give to them. You see a lot of people say premium group, premium group. Do you know what they call premium? Premium is anything taxed. The infos I've given you is a premium info, but I decide to give you free. A lot of people have come to me telling me that why they have many of these things free. I just look and I smile. I've seen on my status some people even what they learned, people placing value on it, selling it for others too. But I've decided to give you for free, but many of you does not value it. And yet I still get insulted. You didn't even many people call me many names. Well, I don't even care anymore though, because a lot of them caused the downfall to the stuff. They were spreading, going about, saying all sorts of silly things about it. I just have to address it here. But that is not why we are here though. We are here because we want to learn how to make money on Fiverr. Fine. I'll be teaching you Fiverr to make money, but there's my own personal tools which I might use for something or this another niche though. I will not reveal the secret to you, alright? Definitely. In fact, I won't even sell it, because if I sell it, people might contribute and use the money, contribute together and distribute it among themselves. So what I will do is, that one is my personal one. I don't give. Only selected people which I'm so much trust, which I like. Those are the people I will give for free, which I won't collect money. But the rest, I will have to give you websites where you can buy it. It's cheap though. You can buy it for a cheaper fee. But how I get it for free, I won't be revealing it. Let me just be sincere with you. There's no point, because that is my own way I've been using for long, and I can't reveal it and make you guys destroy it, because it helps me a lot in different things. So with that said, like I said, I want to walk you through on Fiverr step to step from scratch. I will be creating our professional Fiverr account from scratch. So the first thing we need to do is we need to configure our Mozilla Firefox. Why do we need to configure our Mozilla Firefox? And please, I'm a Nigerian from Africa, so I'm a Yoruba from Ondo State. So if my accent, you can't hear a lot. If you don't understand my accent, you can either do two things. It's either you try to listen to it again so you understand. It's still the same English, but maybe different accent or intonations. I'm African and I can't speak like I'm an American. Fine. Indians won't speak like an Indian. Indian won't speak like American. American won't speak like a Nigerian. So I'm a Nigerian, all right? Or the Dua Republic to be precise. Yeah, so I'm me. I'm nobody, but I won't pretend to be who I'm not, okay? So I won't pretend to speak, to try to speak like the whiteys. So if you are from USA or UK, you just have to try to listen, because I watch Indian videos myself sometimes, and I don't even understand Hindu. But I just watch what they do sometimes. I don't understand what they are saying, but I just watch what they do. That is how I learn. Some people say they can't learn with India, they don't understand language. This is video, visual. You have seen it. I just go to what they do. I just not to, if I can learn with Indian language, which I don't even understand, how much more English? We understand. Forget the accent. You don't expect everybody to. I've seen a lot of people say, "I don't understand. Man, fuck this shit. I don't understand what you're speaking." Blah blah blah. Omo, making a fuck off. I'm from Nigeria. Omo, okay, I'm speaking English. Okay, try to repeat, listen and listen very well until you understand. Okay. So that is just it. So yeah, so let's dive in. So now I want to create a Fiverr account. I want to walk you straight. So first thing we need to do is, if you've been using your PC for Fiverr before, so I will advise you to do two. They will do either clean it up with CC Cleaner. You can download CC Cleaner, watch YouTube video on how to use CC Cleaner to clean your PC. CC Cleaner. All right, CC Cleaner. All right, CC Cleaner. You can use it to clean your PC. So I won't be downloading that. Oh, so if you've been using it for Fiverr before, because it's dangerous. Second thing, if you don't want to clean it for Fiverr, then you have to do the other thing, download Mozilla. So because I've been using my Chrome contains Fiverr account, and in Fiverr rules, they don't like opening multiple Fiverr accounts. So how we do it, we download different browsers. But I like Chrome, I like Firefox. I can use my Firefox to open multiple Fiverr accounts, log in and log out of different Fiverr accounts. Okay, so there's a way we configure it, and that is what I'm going to be showing you first, because I want to walk you through. This video might be long, so it's not left for you whether you watch or you did not watch. I know Fiverr, I know Fiverr any day, anytime. It's you that want to learn. So I don't beg people to watch anymore, all right? So if you want to learn, watch. If you don't want to learn and you feel like it's too stressful, then come for Zoom meeting. I'll be glad to take you for Fiverr Zoom meeting, but $300, all right? If you have your money with you, just come. Please don't come and beg me. Please, I will ignore you. I will ignore you. I don't want to be rude to people. I've tried my best enough and I can't kill myself, all right? So what we're gonna do is the first and foremost, you download the Firefox browser. I won't. You don't tell me you don't know how to download Firefox browser. So what you just have to do is just go to Google. You see Firefox. Just download Firefox browser. All right. So it's on full laptop. Don't even talk about Android there. The only thing we're using Android for when it's time to use Android or iPhone, I'll be telling you when we need that. But right now we have to download Firefox. All right. Once I don't download Firefox, although there are still some browsers you can download too, which people use Epic browser. Epic browser. All right. Epic browser comes with inbuilt VPN. Let me see if they have if there's Epic browser for MacBook. Let me see. Let me see if there's Epic browser for MacBook. Do we have any for MacBook? Epic. It's built on Chrome though. So let me see if we have download Epic. Okay, I think they have for Chrome. Let's see. Epic browser. Let's see. Mac, Intel, base, blah 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 blah. Okay, they have. Yeah, yeah. Okay, Epic browser. No. I want to download for Mac. Okay, Mac base. All right. Now this is good. So you can download Epic browser. Anyone. Okay. Let's open. So this is Epic browser. It comes with inbuilt VPN, and I'll be showing you right here. But I like using Firefox too. Is good because of Firefox allows us to tweak and change our PC. I just want to walk you through. That's why I said this video might be long. Just have to dedicate your time to watch this Fiverr video, please. At the end of the day, to favor you, because two things will happen. At the end of the day, you will know how Fiverr works, make money, and you will start teaching people and even collect money if you want to collect money. You can start a local lecture, teach people how to make money on Fiverr. Then you start collecting money from them. You are free. Anything you do with the knowledge, now you sabi. So Epic browser. So while we're doing that, you have to download Firefox too. I just want to show you Epic browser. We used Epic browser before, but there's a reason why I don't really like using Epic browser again, because of I don't like it when I use VPNs that are not strong. Right? Because Epic browser, a lot of people are using it for Fiverr. So if this browser keeps giving the same VPN, then it becomes a problem now. All right, it becomes a problem if this browser keeps giving somebody the same this thing. So let's wait while Epic browser download finish. So the next you have to do, you just have to download Firefox. Then after you've downloaded Firefox, you have to install it normally. Then once you've downloaded the Firefox and you've installed it, you have to open it. Then we will do some configurations on the Firefox, and at the same time install some plugins. And I will be showing you the plugins you need to install. And we are also going to install VPNs, and we tweak our add-on. We install add-on rather on our Firefox, and we do some tweaking, and you will see the reason. And I will tell you the reason why we're going to be doing those tweaking, all right? So I'll finish installing the Epic, although we can use Epic and we can use Firefox. So if you want to use Epic, you just download the Epic browser. You just open Epic browser normally. All right, like you will open every other browser. So Epic browser will open. It's usually just like Chrome, all right? So it's just normal. I just want to show you so that in case you want to use Epic has inbuilt um Epic has inbuilt VPN. All right. So while Epic is still opening, so once you are done download it, okay, let me just open it. Let me just wait while it opens. So the next thing is, while Epic is busy opening, once you are done downloading your Firefox, there's something you need to do. First thing you have to do, okay, Epic has opened, and this is Epic. You can see that it looks like Firefox Epic browser. You can see this is how it tell you, blah blah blah. I just cancel this. Just cancel this. Okay, I've got close the message, accept. So please note, provide more flexibility, blah blah blah. So all right, so now to add the VPN, because normally the VPN usually come with it by default here. But this time around, I think they've removed it. You have to enable it manually yourself. So you see this message, you just have to click it, or you just go to this place, this settings. Also, just click on Epic extension settings. You go to extension. So you will see the VPN. All right. Then you click on it, open, so that it will turn on the option for what are they calling it? It will turn on the option for VPN. So you click here, this place, you will see that the VPN is now there. So whenever I want to connect, let's say for instance, if you check war.net, that is for those that want to use Epic. Epic makes your job easier because it already has inbuilt VPN. However, if you are going to use Epic, you can see that it's connected to USA VPN automatically. However, if you are going to use Epic, just make sure any account you use it for, just continue using for the account. Don't even bother trying out another Fiverr on it. And again, it's dangerous. The reason is this: is more Epic is built on Chrome. On Chrome, you can see your browser as Chrome because it's not it as Epic because they use Chrome this thing to build it, source code. All right. So, but in case you want to change your VPN, just click on this thing. See, you click on it. Once you click on it, the VPN is on. You can decide to choose any country. If it is UK, you select UK. Then you click anywhere, click on it, you can off it. If you choose UK, you can off it and on it back so that it connects. So go to war.net, reload. You have to wait till it shows. You can see that as change your VPN to UK blacklist. No, make sure the IP is not blacklist. Anonymize that. Yes, it's showing that you are using Epic and you are using VPN. Your operating system Mac. So that is how Epic is. If you want to use Epic, the choice is all yours. But for me, I wouldn't advise you to use Epic because it does not allow us to tweak to our taste. So for that reason, that is why I love Mozilla. You can use Chrome and Epic. So if you are using Chrome, you can use maintain one account on Chrome, maintain one account on Mozilla. If you want to do two accounts, because I will be teaching you, you can run multiple accounts. Yeah, that is fucking truth. So it's always good. You never can tell. The account you don't expect to just start making you money. That is the fucking truth. So then you can use Chrome, you can use Epic, you can use UC Web. You can, because when you start operating multiple accounts, you have to have many browsers on your laptop. You can now use Epic for one too, no problem about that. Alright, you can use Epic too. But any account you use Epic for, you must always use Epic. And yeah, you must always use Epic. So that is that for me. Firefox. Once you've downloaded Firefox, you want to do some configuration. You come to this browser where they used to put address, where they usually put this thing here. You type something about column config. All right, enter. So to bring you to this thing, I proceed with caution. You say okay. One, when I attempt to accept this preference, you will click on I accept the risk and continue. All right. So in this place, you want to disable WebRTC. All right. What is WebRTC? WebRTC leaks your original WebRTC. When you come to this place, all right, I've disabled WebRTC. Okay, let me show you WebRTC here because I've disabled it. I've already disabled it before. So let me show you what WebRTC is here. So if you come to this place, if you scroll down after you've seen all these things, scroll down, you will see the details. European, local time zone, blah 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 blah. All right, London, okay, WebRTC. You can see it. This is my WebRTC. All right, so you can see that this is my showing my WebRTC. So this WebRTC means it will leak your when WebRTC is enabled. What happens is even while you are using VPN, the website you are trying to visit can still dictate your original location that you are still from Nigeria. WebRTC makes that available. So WebRTC will leak it to them. We make them know that you are actually from Nigeria. Although some strong sites uses this, but Fiverr might use it, but it's not really strong. So, but the best browser where you can disable WebRTC is Firefox or on Chrome. Even if you disable it, say Google na weary, Google na mad company. So So even if you try to disable WebRTC on Chrome, they will still see what they want to get. Google will still make it available for you to be tracked. Google Chrome, that is Google for you. Forget all their policy, all that Google na nonsense. So that is why if you want to use WebRTC, most times when we want to do some black hats, we usually use Mozilla Firefox. We don't use Chrome because Mozilla Firefox is secure. When we talk about security aspect of it, yeah, fine. But when we talk about flexibility, fast, maybe this speed, Chrome is number one. All right. When we talk about flexibility, when we talk about security, protecting yourself and everything, I think Mozilla is one of the best. So for that reason, we have to disable WebRTC, and that's what I want to do about config enter. We come to this place, we search for something, um, media, all right, dot peer connection, all right, dot enable. All right, you can see it. This is the option that is responsible for WebRTC. All right, that is the option that is responsible for WebRTC. So I've already disabled my own. Initially, we see your own to be true. True means it's on. So you have to disable it. So how do you do that? Just bring your mouse to this place. Double. You see that you right click like this. Oh, not even right click. You see, just double click it. All right. If we tap it 2 times, you see it has changed to true. This true simply means WebRTC is enabled. That is how you will see your own. So you have to tap on it 2 times until it tries false. You can see it false. Now we've disabled WebRTC. All right. So once you're done, you can go to word.net. It might not work at first, so you will have to. We can see I'm using my Nigerian IP though. You can see. So it might still show this. I'm using my Nigerian IP. Definitely, I'm not using any VPN yet. All right. So, but WebRTC has been disabled. But sometimes might not start working. You have to quit this Firefox hand or switch it on again. So the next thing you have to do is I configure my own Firefox browser not to be saving history. You might not configure your own that way, but in case you want to configure your own that way, just come to settings, come to this option right here, you come to settings, then you will come to what are they calling it? Privacy settings here. All right, scroll down. All right, send websites a do not track me, blah 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 blah. All right, choose always so that they will not be able to track you because many websites will want to track you. All right, so you come down to this cookies and side data. All right, we mark it delete cookies and side data when Firefox is closed. So what this does is anything you are doing on your system, once you quit that Firefox browser, all the cookies will be deleted. All the details, the website you visited left on your system will be deleted automatically. All right, so once you click on this, you click on okay. All right, does not need. So let's say you've been working before, you can delete this data, all these cookies, always try to delete it. All right, because all the sites I visited, it is stored the cookies, so I just deleted that one. So make sure you mark this, make sure you mark always, make sure you mark this. So this one, leave it the way it is. Now this is history. This is history. Now you can do 2 things. This remember browsing and download history. Remember search and form history. Clear issue when Firefox closes. Mark it. You can decide to uncheck this. However, if you uncheck that means anytime you want to use your Firefox, let's say you log into your email, you will always have to log into your email again. So if you use this private mode, what private mode does, initially I like private mode though. So what this private mode does is, let me uncheck it, is anything you are doing is just like you are using this incognito. Incognito does anything you are doing in incognito mode, it does not save on your system. But it's kind of but sometimes you have to be very careful, because if you are working, let's say you are working on Fiverr, you've been creating your gig and you've created it to a point, you now mistakenly cancel the Firefox or more, you go start from scratch in here. So, but this clear history when Firefox closes, well, you can decide to choose it. Remember search and form history. If you want to be if you want your search and form history to always show, fine, you can check it. Remember browsing and download history, you might need it, so you can check it. All right, so you can come to settings. So mark all this. All right, mark all the site preference of line data. Click is okay. Mark everything. So you can decide to clear history right here. Everything. Okay, if you wish to. So address bar, when user address bar suggests blah 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 blah, all this, just leave it at default the way it is. All right. So there's no point for this. Every other thing, leave it the way it is. Leave it the way it is. Yeah, you don't need to change any other thing again. So what we need to change, we've changed it. So okay, always ask us to save file. You might leave your own. You might leave your own the way it is though, but me, that's just what I want. So that is all. All right. So um privacy settings. Okay. All right. I think that is all. That is all for this. Let me see something. Okay, never. If you don't want it to remember any history, you can choose this. Never remember history. Remember history. But I use custom setting for my own. But your own might not be custom setting when you first create your Firefox. I've already configured my own like this before. So if you want to configure your own to like this, you have to choose use custom settings. All right. So like this, if you choose never remember history, it will not remember your history at all, and it will ask you to restart your Firefox. So anything you do, it will never remember your history. And if you click on restart, it will close the Firefox and it will open it again. All right. So I told you that this video might be long. Just want to do it once. I know that we are moving to the next step. So don't forget that I'm wasting my data to upload it too. So you have to what? Uh, you have to try as much as possible to watch it. So you can see that from here, because we asked it never to remember history, right? We ask our Firefox never to remember history. So it will never it will look fresh. Anything we do will always be fresh. Once you close our Firefox, if you go to google.com, if you go to google.com, if you go to google.com like this, once we close it, let me close it. Close. All right. If you open it again, it will look fresh. It will not even show us that we go to google.com. So that way, everything will look fresh. So Fiverr won't save any junk on our file and all those things. But however, you have to be very careful, because what you are doing. Let me go to settings, privacy. This one is always. This one is it will be deleting everything. So if you want to change it, you can come here and come to I think. Okay, this is the custom we choose then. All right. So if you want to change it, you have to come back to this custom. So, like I was saying, sorry for the delay. So, in case you want to change it, all you just have to do, if you want to change the number, just come to the scroll down to history. You can click on remember or use custom setting. But for now, I will keep my own to remember and never remember history. I think I like it that way. So, whenever I close it, everything will seem closed. So that you can cancel, then I can open back. Then the next thing we have to do is we have to install an add-on called this add-on. All right, we have to install an add-on. All right, so we want to install this location changer, okay, ID changer. All right, so we want to make sure we what are they calling it, custom ID changer. All right, so I want to make sure we do this. In order to do that, we want to change the user agent changer. So we'll be using that to change our user agent. So we'll be using that to change our user agent. So in order to do that, you will see the job of it now. You have to go to where they call maybe it's, okay, add-on. All right, so you have to go to more tools. All right, okay, extensions. Let's see. You click on extensions. So once you click on extensions, you will see find add-ons. You click on user agent, random user agent, random user agent. Right, so I might drop the link in this video description, but in case I forget, watch what you see, anything you see, do. So random user agent, you can see this specific one that has this head, this one, user agent switcher. You click on it. Once you're done, click on it, you see recommended, because that is the best random user agent. We usually use it for add mob self clicking. Then when we're doing add mob, this Google add mob. So you will see it. I've already installed my own here. You can see. So you will have to install your own. Let me just remove it for the sake of this video tutorial. You will see add to Firefox. Alright. Click on it. I think this one is only available on Firefox. That's why I said I love Firefox. So you click on add. Allow extension to run in private window. Check it. Click on OK. So once you are done, you see this. I kind of have some kata. So this is it. You've already installed it. So the next you have to configure it. So all you have to do is you will come to this place. All right. So once you come to this place, you will see list of this. So what these things allow us to do is, at first, let's check this thing out. Now go to word.net. You can see that I'm using a Mac OS system. I'm using Firefox 90.0. So what these random user agents allow us to do is, I don't want my PC to appear to Fiverr like I'm using MacBook. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change it to like Windows to make it look like I'm using a Windows PC, but rather I'm using a MacBook system. I'm using a MacBook PC. So that is the essence of this thing. So from here, you tell you to choose any browser you like. So I will choose Chrome. You can choose any browser you like. Alright, but always try to choose maybe Chrome, Firefox, or anyone you feel like, or Vivaldi. Yeah, Vivaldi is another good browser I like. But it's just the majority of them are built on top of Chrome, except Firefox. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna choose Chrome or Safari. Anyone you like, Safari. So they will tell you to choose your operating system. These are the popular operating system. Right? We have Mac OS, we have Windows, Android, blah 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 iOS. So for me, I would choose Windows. Then they will not tell you, okay, fine, since you've choose Chrome, Windows, okay, choose the Chrome version. These are Chrome versions and different Chrome browser versions and different Windows versions. Just pick any one you like. So I mean, I will look for Windows 10 because Windows 10 is the current window. So you can either choose this 99 or just look for any browser. Anyone is fine. You can see Windows 10 and different Chrome versions, everything different type. So me, I will just choose anyone. I will just choose. Let me just say I choose this. You can choose anyone you like. So you see this apply container. You click on apply. See user agent is set. Apply container on window. All tabs in the current Windows. No. Apply container. So once you click on it, you can see you should test it. Maybe let's just click on this. If you click on this, it will tell you what is my user agent. It will take you to that place. It will show you browser, you can see it is showing me that I'm using Chrome or operating system Windows, WebKit, blah 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 blah, CPU architecture. You can see it. So if you go back to why.net, now refresh and see what you see. You see what why.net will show us now. Let's refresh. Boom, you can see why.net is showing me now that I'm using what? That I'm using Windows. Alright. Why.net is telling me that I'm using Windows 10 and it's showing me that I'm using Chrome 99.0, whereas I'm using what? I'm using what are they calling it? Mac OS. So that's the essence of it. So in case because now that my system is now I set my Mozilla to be on private, and at the same time I'm able to set and now that I've been able to set my Mozilla to be on private, so that anytime I cancel my Mozilla Firefox, it will clear all history and I'm able to change this thing. So what it means, what it simply means is this, that I can operate multiple Fiverr accounts with this Mozilla. So anytime I want to log into any Fiverr account, I just go to this place, I just change it to another operating system. But in case, just always note the operating system you choose to download. If you choose Chrome and you choose this Firefox browser, this thing for one specific Fiverr, make sure you write it down, so that in case you want to log into that Fiverr account back, choose it to, don't go and choose another one you've used to log, no go put your account for problem. But don't do that practice, so because you are still new. It's better if you want to control multiple accounts, just make sure you download different browsers, okay? But for this specific settings we are doing, it's only applied to Chrome. It's only applied to Firefox. For every other browser, it does not apply to them. You don't need any of this shit we are doing. Me, I just like Firefox because of this extra layer of security. That is why I like Firefox. So that's why I mean like Firefox. So that is just the truth. I like Firefox because of this extra layer security. That is just the truth. So you can see how it manipulates things. This is what we usually, when we're doing black hat, CPA, what are they calling it? AdMob. So once you're done with it, the next thing we have to do, we have to install VPN. So the VPN I usually use free VPN if you have money to buy paid, but if you don't have, the VPN I've been using and for a French account and I can't never had any issues is Winscribe, and that's what I've been using. So what we have to do is we have to go to Winscribe. When we have to download VPN because we need VPN. So once you that you click on Winscribe. So Winscribe is free. They have mobile and they have PC version. So just download Winscribe. All right. So instead of us downloading Winscribe, but I will warn you, please do not download Winscribe directly on your. You can download it on your browser though. But me, because if you download it on your browser, if you download it on your PC to be controlling all your system. So me, I love downloading the add-ons on this thing I want to use. So what you have to do is click on this download Winscribe. Once you click on download Winscribe, you will see download on Windows, download on Chrome. Now it's telling me to download on Windows. Do you know the reason why it's telling me to download on Windows? It's telling me to download on Windows because it thought I'm using Windows because of these settings which I do here. Initially, I'm using Chrome. If I go to another this thing, let's say I go to another this thing and I come here and I type Winscribe here, Winscribe right here. If I type Winscribe right here, download. Can you see it's showing me download on Mac? All right, so that is the difference to tell you that that thing works. So here it's in my PC as Windows, and it's seeing it as I'm using Chrome, even though I'm using Firefox. All right, so it's seeing it like I'm using the uh, Firefox. All right, so right down here you can now see different type for different system, but right here is dictating that I'm using Chrome and this, and that is not what I'm using. So right here you see Winscribe for Firefox, Winscribe for Chrome. You can see download for Mac, blah 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 blah. So for here I will now choose Firefox browser, right? Because I'm actually using Firefox. So that shows that this thing we configured here is working perfectly. So now I will click on Firefox, okay? So I want to download, because the thing is I don't want to download on my PC. I just want to download on this browser, so that when I download on this browser, once I want to connect to VPN, anything I'm doing on the browser, once I'm connected to VPN, the VPN will only work for this browser. I have it on my Chrome too anyways. I have it on my Chrome anyways, so shit. I have it on my Chrome anyways. So so you have to download it on this Firefox, okay? You have to download it on this Firefox. So you click on download. All right. You have to click on download until we're able to download it on Firefox. Feeling sleepy, man. What's happening? Let me pause the video while I download it. Oh, okay. What I will do is this. Let me disable this thing first. You before you configure this thing next time, make sure you disable this thing. All right. Um, let me just disable it first. Okay. Let me just see Firefox first. Mac. Apply container. Right. Let me see if it will work. I don't know the reason why it's behaving that way. Or could it be that my data has expired? Oh, my data have expired. That was the reason why. So let me switch it back. Chrome, Windows, this, apply. So to always test it, always go to word.net. Okay, so let me pause this video to recharge my data. Alright, so guys, let's continue. I just recharged. So just where I am safe. What are we trying to download? Alright, we're trying to download the Chrome. Okay, WinScribe. So you just click add to Firefox. Then you click on add. Allow extension to run on private mode and okay. So you can see this thing right here. So you click on get it. So what you have to do is username, blah 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 blah. You have to register. Then you click on sign up. Free, 10 gig per month. Then it will open this page right here where you need to fill in any details. Let me just see. Let me just use the name of my friend, a beautiful friend. Okay, she's watching this video. Let's see. 27. Yes, maybe. Then password. Just put all right. So email. I think if you can put email if you like, though, in case you forget your password, you'll be able to retrieve your email. But me, I don't really like stressing myself on email. So for email, what I just do is I'll just go to tempmail.org. Don't put my email, just put any other email. Once I'm done using that 10 gig, I create another email and do another one. That is what I do. And please, when you're on VPN, don't download. When you want to download anything on your browser, always turn off your VPN, because if you don't turn it off, it will be consuming the data. You know, they will only give you 10 gig per month. Every month they'll be renewing the gig for you. So I want to add email, but it's not really necessary. But just let me add it so that they can increase the gig a little bit. So airplane. Truck. What's wrong with this shit, man? Airplane, airplane, airplane. airplane, 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 airplane. Now they mad. I know they do again. Let me just go straight to sign up. I don't put email. You can put email if you like, but I'm not gonna put email. Create account. You only get 2 gig. Oh my goodness. You will only give me 2 gig if I do not put email. So, oh, what's wrong with this thing now? Okay. Airplane now. Airplane. 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 Now they mad. Airplane. 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 Okay. Be back. Let me just search it straight. No be only the temp mail wey dey be this. There are different temporary email. Let me just copy this. Okay, copied. Come here. Paste. Create an account. Alright, so please check your inbox for email confirmation. I will come here. I'll wait for the email to drop right here. Waiting for email. Can just click on refresh. Alright, the email is here. It's just temporary email to quickly receive and Joyce 27. I don't know why I call her Joyce. Joyce. Confirm email. Alright, so I'm done confirming my email. You can see my account here. They've given me 10 gig. If I want extra gig, you ask you to treat. You can treat or trader, but I'm okay with the 10 gig, so I will just go straight, click on it. Email. $27. And login. It's free. You can use the same password and email and password and username to log in on Winscribe. You can download Winscribe from Play Store or iOS for Apple iPhone. So skip. So right, we are here. So now everything we need is set. We now have our VPN. We've configured our operating system. So what you have to do now is we are connected now, but we are not connected to this. So we want to choose this thing. So you click on this thing to select location. You will see location. So the account we're gonna be creating is what? A UK account. Yeah, I love UK account. Previously, my previous videos I've done before, probably before the ones you guys are watching, I did a video. The first Fiverr video I did were using US, but at the point US still works. US is still one of the best accounts, US and UK, Canada. But the reason it's I don't like US problem nowadays. No, Fiverr is becoming more and more and more straight. So with USA now, they will start asking for tax this, tax that, which if you want people to help you to do it, because I can't help see tax with tax all these file documents, you have to be editing some stuff and you have to pay people to do it for you. So in order to avoid that, I decided to be using UK, and UK so far has been good because UK use pounds, and sometimes you might be lucky to meet somebody that will even pay you more pounds. Imagine a buyer that pays you 200 pounds and 1,000 pounds, and a buyer that pays $1,000. It's different. The conversion rate is different. So if UK contact you, they want to pay you based on their currency, and pounds is bigger than dollars. So I switched to UK because UK is less stressful. I don't want US problem. They are wala too much. And since I've been using it even for my friend, she has never had any issue of verification. That's maybe let's confirm your ID. She's been maintaining one IP for the account. And that's what I want to show you. So what we're going to be doing here is UK we need. You're going to let's scroll down. Once you click on that logo, we have try to find Okay, UK. So this anyone you see star is premium. So we want to use United Kingdom. You see, you can use anyone you like, but I'll use London. I'm not a fan of Manchester United. I hate my, but it's premium safe. So anyone you see this love is free. So I will just choose Crumpet, London. You can also choose it. Choose anyone, but it won't give us the same IP. So now I'm connected to UK now. So if you check while back, you see what's gonna happen. Can you see this? 100%. Blacklist. No, anonymizer. Well, I'm not concerned with this, but you can see this 100 what? 100%. In case it's not 100% is not necessary, but when you get 100%, it means you are fully secured. And what you can do if you don't get 100%, you can just try go here, try to choose different um, Chrome option or browsers and operating systems, and see the one that gives you something better. But it don't this does not really matter as far as you get about 80 or 70 something. It's okay, right? As far as it's green, you have 70 something plus to 80. You are cool. You are good to go. All right, you're good to go. And you can see my local time, my system time, West African Standard Time, system time. I'm supposed to change the system time initially, but I won't change it. But for you, make sure you can always change your system time to be the same as the local time. All right, so you have to change the system time to be the same as the local time, but I need my system, so I won't be changing it. But if it is you, you can see the time in UK is what 404.5. This 406 Fox is almost the same thing, just that this is GMT plus one. This is just West African Standard Time. This is BST, maybe Britain Standard Time. I don't know, but the same thing. Well, it seems UK is faster than us now. Mm. But anyways, yeah, we are 1 hour faster than UK, I guess. Abby, are we? Whichever way. But in as much what is showing us in local time as UK IP is what 405. This one is 405. So we are using the same time. But in case your own is different, you have to make sure your system time is the same thing as the IP time, the local time, all right? And time zone is Europe and London. Or definitely you can just click on settings and you can just choose open date and preference. You should know how to locate that. I can't be the one teaching you how to locate time on your PC. That is very, very simple to do. And um, you can see we have 100%. We have 100% though. We don't really have time because our time correspond with the UK time. As our time is not correspond with the UK, does not correspond with the UK time. We won't have 100% here. So, but they give us 100% because our time correspond with the UK time. You can see time zone. So, you can see it's telling me that Nigeria time zone. Blah 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 blah. Let me unlock it. This video is getting too long. I'm really sorry. Set time zone using location. You can see it. Show time zone. We want to choose this one is choosing city. Okay, United Kingdom. You can see London. So British Summer Time, okay, BST. So 4:09 a.m. British Summer Time. So it's still the same thing as Nigerian time though. Still the same thing as the previous time I have. What is the time right there? 4:09. So still the same thing. So let me lock it back. All right. So British Summer Time. Now let me refresh. Come down here. You see system time, British Summer Time, BST, everything is now the same. So we are ready to go. All right. So the next thing is, but before I continue, me, I usually like canceling Firefox and open it again for a reason. All right. Because I've been doing something with a Nigerian IP before, so I want to cancel it again and make sure everything, all the old history clears off. Then I will open it again. All right, so you see that there won't be any history. You can see that there won't be any history anymore, but all your configurations here remain the same. Then they don't cancel. All right, so we have to start again. So please, let me go and monitor my trading view. I'm sorry, Jerry. I'm monitoring a trade, Jerry. BNB. What the fuck? Trading view is logged in, man. Why did you remember issue of trading view? Let me see. Let me see Winscribe first. Winscribe. Oh. No wonder. Don't mind me. Normally, I'm supposed to quit. It is until when I quit, it will cancel the whole thing. There won't be any history left, anything left. If we just cancel, is this? I'm using MacBook. So MacBook, I have this cancel, like just canceling Firefox. Normally, I'm supposed to see it here, but for those of you using Windows, once you just click this menu, you have to click on this menu. Don't just cancel it straight. Click on this Firefox menu. You will see something like quit here. That is when it will cancel all the whole thing. So now let me try it. You will see this Firefox. You will see quit Firefox. You will see it close. Let me open it back and see if it remembers my history. This video is getting long. I'm very sorry. You just have to bear with me. So you can see now that when we quit, you can see that this Winscribe is now off. So what the first thing we need to do is we need to click on it again. Got it. You can see it. Everything that is said since it's asking afresh based on the configurations I set that it should not. It should always clear cookies. It should always clear everything. So whenever we open our Firefox back, we have to configure everything again manually. Although the about config stuff, you don't need to configure that anymore. But this specific this thing, you have to reconfigure it, but which is it's not hard. So you just have to choose the one you choose before. Windows. I choose the first one, Windows 10. I just click on apply. That is all. The next thing you have to do is you have to write down your username. So you have to write down your username. You can see I'm logging in again. So it makes everything fresh, and I like it this way though. It might be stressful, but me I like it in case I want to log in another Fiverr account because I've actually used this account for my previous Fiverr account in this particular browser. So you just have to go back and choose UK. Alright, just choose United Kingdom. The London Crumpet is always there. So you can see you have 10 gig left. I'm connected now. So let me just go back to my trading view. .com. Sorry, I'm monitoring a trade. That is why. So the next thing we have to do again is check your wire.net. Let's see what we've got. Show wire.net. You can see that now that trading view asks me to log in. So you can see trading view. I'm monitoring a trade, like I said. What the fuck is this? Sorry that I'm wasting your time, please. I'm really sorry. It's very, very important. Ah, my goodness. Traffic light. So, I'm sorry, please. So now I'm back. I'm back. Sorry. Okay. All right. So I'm back. Okay. So now you can see 100 meditation my time. So since you're 100, but it does not mean in case you have 74 or something like that, it does not mean you can say Windows 10, 99. So now the next thing we have to do, we want to start Fiverr now. So now the next thing is you have to go to fiverr.com. Now, this is where you have to pay attention very well. So we want to create an account. So we want to create, from here you see GBP. So please change it to dollars, right? We don't want it might confuse us. So let's put it in dollar. Now you will click on this, become a seller, all right? Now it will bring all this blah 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 blah. Then to ask you to join Fiverr. So the first thing you have to do is email. Now, after your email, it will ask you for um what are they calling it? Username. So before we create an email, before I create an email, because I will have to create an email. I want to talk about something. There's two type of username on Fiverr. When creating Fiverr, we have three type of username. Number one, we have if a gender-based username. Gender-based that by the time you tell people, when the people see their username, they will tell that this person is a lady, this person is a man, maybe a male or a female. That is gender-based username. There's another username we called niche-based username or keyword username. All right. An example of keyword username. All these username have advantages and disadvantages. An example of keyword-based username or niche-based username is something like article writer, WordPress developer. Keyword-based. It talks about a specific um, niche. All right. Then we have what we call this generic username, or maybe generic username, maybe um, branded username. Example of a branded or generic username is maybe like crypto toilet. All right. Or maybe you have a brand. Okay. Branded username, maybe at the point I called myself PayPal. I was fixing PayPal before, and everybody know me as PayPal Doctor in all this exchange group. I think many of you that is watching my video know me as PayPal Doctor. All right, when I usually fix PayPal account, limited PayPal account, but although I don't have the time anymore, so that is a branded username. So branded username at times when somebody says PayPal Doctor, it sounded they want to see the username, they know okay fine. This person is trying to build a brand. Branded username is meant for brand. Let's say you have a name, let's say you already have a business or you want to build a brand, you can use Fiverr to build a brand. Yeah. For example, if I want to build my crypto toilet, let's say I want to focus crypto toilet, sometimes a brand name might similarly go with a niche based name. For example, my username normally is what? Crypto toilet, all right? So and crypto toilet is crypto is a niche. So it's at the same time brand name. Crypto toilet can be my brand name. Brand name is usually unique. A brand name is usually unique. Brand name is unique because you are trying to build a brand. Apple is a brand, Google is a brand, Nokia is a brand, uh, Intel is a brand. All these things are brand name. You can't compare with generic username, and you can't compare it with a female or a gender-based username. Man, I'm affected, man. I might pause this video and continue that. So, like I was saying, um, ah, so that is just it. So it now depends on the one you want, but they have the advantage and disadvantage. But one advantage of a brand username is if somebody search or if somebody it must always be unique, in the sense that if somebody search for that brand name, it will always bring you out. Let's do something. If I click on this now and I type crypto toilet on Google, for some buyers, when they see some name like they look like brand, they might want to find to see maybe whether you have social presence or something. All right, when they click on it, crypto toilet, let's see what it brings. I agree. All right, so you can see um let's say somebody's using this my name. Somebody's using the crypto toilet username. All right, you can see this is somebody using crypto toilet. So, but you could see that it brought out the person's name, username. My own name too is also crypto toilet though, but seems this person's what are they calling it? Um, this person's name is what are they calling it? Is Twitter name. Twitter is older than mine. So mine is crypto toilet too, but he brought his own out. That is because probably his own Twitter is older than my own. So that is why they brought it out. So but that is why if I want to use a branded username for Fiverr, I will make sure I'm the only one using that name. Yeah, I will first search it on Twitter on Google to be sure that I'm the only one using branded username. But I don't usually use branded username, but I was using it before. But I don't really like using it. Or except you want to build a brand. Let's say you have a website and you want to build a brand, then you can now use branded username too. It's good. You can decide to have a brand and you want to work on your brand and you want to promote your brand. It's always good. That is just the pure truth. It's good. When you want to promote your brand, it's damn good. All right. So let's say like now everybody know me as also with Simple J. Let me search for Simple J. All right. You can see Simple J. You can see when you type Simple J, you can see it brought everything about me. So if I use Simple J on this Simple J, somebody decided to go and use my name Simple J on Instagram because I made a mistake. I forgot to quickly use. I used the name before, though, but somebody and I change it and someone quickly go and use it. So, but you can see when I type Simple J here, you can see my channel also with Simple J, Twitter also with Simple J, um, uh, what are they calling this? Also with Simple J, my website, my blog, um, also with Simple J. You can see things that has to do with Simple J. You could see this is a branded and I so like if I want to build a brand around Simple J, anything also with Simple J Go, Simple J FX, Simple J this, Simple J that, you could see it. Because when we start writing our gig description, there's a way we write our gig description. If you are using a branded username, you can easily direct buyers to contact you privately because Fiverr hates it. So another way you can use it is if we use our gig description to use that to we write it in a way that it tells buyer that see we are everywhere. You can search us on if you search it on Google, you will find us everywhere, and that will make them quickly go and search us. And before you know what's going on, they might now see our profile, our Twitter profile, contact us on profile, contact us on Twitter, and by the time they contact us on Twitter, we might start talking to them, and they won't need to pay us on Fiverr. There won't be any need to wait for 2 weeks. We just collect money from them straight and do their job. But please don't go there with this fraudulent mentality. I will still talk more on that later on, chat. But that is just one thing about branded username. And the more people get used to the brand, once you do a good job for them, they will start. You can always tell them to introduce your brand to their friends. And once you are done doing the job, they might want when they see that you do a good job and they see that you package yourself in such a way that you are a brand. So that will make them want to go to Google to go and search about your brand. The first thing some buyers do, they go and search whether you have a social media presence. And when they notice that you have a social media presence, they get to your Twitter. Let's say they get to your Twitter account and They start seeing everything about what you are doing on Fiverr, that you are posting it there and everything. They see your website. From there, they go to your website. They see your brand. They see that you are constantly posting on there. You are constantly posting. You are constantly posting on your what are they calling it? On your Twitter page. You're posting on your Twitter page. You are doing everything possible. You are posting on everywhere. You know, they will get familiar with your brand. They want to work with you directly because you've done job for them once or twice. They might not want to pay you through Fiverr again. They might want to start paying you directly. And by that way, Fiverr won't have to take 20% again. But we talk more on that later on. Maybe towards the end of this course, all right? Not on this particular video because I'll still a couple of videos again, all right? So that is just one thing about brand name, all right? So this also with Simple J is a brand name on its own. Anything I do, anything, any day, anything, Simple J, you could see. So I might start building different things. I might start building also with Simple J, movies with Simple J, something with Simple J, that with Simple J. You grab. So that is just how it does. Simple J's development, this, Simple J's that. I might even register it, obtain the documents, then get my account, approve all those things. That this is brand name. That is the advantage of brand name. They can easily search. Unlike when we talk about gender-based name, maybe like gender-based name is a name that sees whether you are a boy or you are a girl. An example, let's say Lisa. You can see my trading view. My username is Mogana27. That's an example of a gender-based name. So anybody that hears Morgana already know that Morgana is a female. Anybody that hears James already know that James is a male. They have their own advantage and they have their own disadvantage. The disadvantage of a gender-based name is if you search it on Google, like if you search James, it won't bring your name. Don't let us deceive ourselves because we have different James. You can see it's bringing one James something, where James. So that is one disadvantage of generic username. All right. That is one disadvantage of it, but it has its own advantage. What is the advantage of gender-based username? The advantage of gender-based username is that you can offer any services. It does not tell you you are. All right, it does not tell you you are. You can offer any services. All right, that is the advantage. You can combine different services on Fiverr and offer it together. Since you are not telling people that this is what I'm doing, your username is not telling that this is what I'm doing. But sometimes a branded username can tell user that this is what I'm doing, and at the same time, a branded username might also be used for any purposes. So, but sometimes, like this also with Simple J, I can't go and use it on Fiverr. It does not make any sense. Or if I go and use Simple J on Fiverr, Simple J might look somehow local, like it might look local than that Simple J. What is all that one, all the stuff? So you have to combine it with something. Okay, so I can just build something around Simple J, maybe Simple J commerce, or maybe Simple J digital branding services, Simple J something. But just going to Twitter to go and Fiverr to go and use also with Simple J does not make any sense. It does not make any sense. So, but gender-based username, you cannot find any services. But when they search for J, they can't search for gender-based username on Google and bring your name out. It's possible. It's impossible. It's impossible. And we have what we call keyword-based. What are they calling it? Keyword-based username. An example is maybe it tells it gives impression of a particular services you are rendering. E.g., article writer. Article writer, a person that sees article writer already knows, even without introducing yourself, already knows, okay, you are an article writer. Maybe like I said, crypto toilets can also be crypto toilet. You look at this person is already focusing on crypto, or maybe you see something like a WordPress div 01. So it's already telling them that, okay, fine, this person is a WordPress developer. This person is a WordPress developer. All right, maybe it says, okay, Android app dongle. So it already tells them, okay, Android app dongle or Android app div 01 or 02. It already tells them that, okay, fine, this person is developing Android apps. Maybe it tells them pen graphics. You see it. So it's already telling the person, the buyer, that, okay, this person is a graphic designer. So what these things do, the advantage of this niche-based this thing is, it can somehow, your username might rank on Google in the sense that if some people are searching for maybe something, if you come to Fiverr right here, let's say you come to Fiverr right here and you type article, you see some people's username. Now, if you look at down here, what is the search username content? You can see it. Now, article. This person now, you can see that I was trying to look for article, a keyword for article writing, all this article, but down here it brought somebody's username. Now this person is ranking, and this is a good thing for this person ranking for this particular keyword, because if people want to go and they now see this thing, they might want to check it, but by the time you click on it, it will take you to the person's profile, and the person is even a Nigerian. Article Barbaro, when did it open? The person just registered 20th of February 2020. That was last year, and you could see what she's selling. But at least she had some. She's a level 2 seller. Imagine, what the fuck? How will somebody be a level 2 seller with just 11 reviews? No be juju be this. Why? 9 months ago, 11 seller level 2. How come? That means this person has been getting lots of orders, but her reviews are they've not been giving her review because she's a Nigerian. That is one thing we will discuss in this video too. Like I said, this video might be long. You see that now you're gonna watch it, so you could see what I'm talking about. If she ranked, and from there, and she has 5 stars, and she's the level 2 seller again, so people can check and see, what are they calling it, a gig and everything, if it's okay, everything you could see. But that you could see, that is the example of what I'm telling about article base. All right, so let's say we type WordPress. So you can see too that when we type WordPress, a keyword, you can see that search username containing this. You can see it, WordPress. So the owner of this username too now is ranking for this specific username. That is the advantage of keyword based username. All right. Then the disadvantage is this. This person already said that. So most of the services this person will be rendering on Fiverr will always be on writing. Or every time writing. That is it. Everything she's doing will revolve around writing. So you cannot be doing this and say I want to go to crypto. Even if it's not like she can't post it, but people will not really take her serious. Like when I was also doing articles then, and a buyer comes to me that he needs content for his website. I said, have you designed it? I said no. I said I can design website because I can design website too. But they now tell me that, but I did not see it on you. He said, but you don't have any gig that shows you design website. I said that is true, that is true. But I have to find a way of convincing him because I can actually design a website. I had to convince him. So because I know that even after I went to go and create the website, it was not really ranking, and it was not really people really were not really paying attention to it, because when people see my username and maybe like I use article writer 04 or something as my username, and they now see that I said I'm offering web services, they will not want to give you the job. They will believe that you cannot design website like a person who is using a username WordPress website designer. No. So they will not want to give you the job. It's just like you seeing a person, a person, a shop. If you see a shop that put a billboard that they are repairing a laptop, and whereas the person knows how to repair car very well, and the person now say, repair your laptop and car here. Then you see another shop that says repair your car, auto services is there, or mechanic services is there. Which will you go for? Definitely you want to go for the one with just auto services, because you will look at it and see. And maybe the one that is saying, the one that wrote on his own shop that computer and auto repair, computer repair services and auto repair services, and you look at the shop, you see more of computers compared to more of car. Then you now see another shop with auto repair services, and everything that is there is car. Who will you give the job to? Even if that person is very, very good, the one repairing the computer is very, very good at repairing car, you will not want to give your car to him, because you will believe that somebody that is repairing that computer, he can't have much experience on repairing phone, on repairing cars. So definitely you want to go and give the one that is doing auto. You say, okay, this one focus more on auto, so he knows everything, not knowing that this person that repairing computer might be good. The same way, then I was very, very good in even fact my primary this thing was web developer, WordPress website designing. But I just went for article because article was lucrative. Article is much more lucrative, and I could actually get more orders, and I made more money with articles. But I hate writing article, but I was making money with it. That's why I focused more on article then. So, but they were not really giving me the website design job, because they believe that my name shows articles, anything writing. So they thought maybe I'm into mostly writing. So they choose to go and give people that excuse that their username shows, tells them their username signifies that they are designing website, or people that use just generic username but have all of those services. So in order to correct that, what I had to do is what the best thing I now go for is what I usually go for what either a generic username or a branded username. Because if you're using a branded or a generic username can contain services, you can be writing articles and I said be designing website. If you're using branding services, yeah, a person who is designing graphics definitely might know how to design website and at the same time might know how to write content. Yeah, you can package the three together and I'll be showing you when we start creating our gig, all right? You can package everything together. Yeah, a person who is designing website can know how to design mobile app, a developer, all right? So a person who is designing flyers, all right, might know how to do logo, might know how to do cartoon. You grab because everything is all about graphics. Might know how to do cartoon, might know how to do logos, or might know how to do some other things. A person who is creating a video might know how to extract sound or do transcript and other stuffs, or maybe effects, or this Adobe effect. So that is just how it is. So for the purpose of this learning, I will go for a um, gender-based username. That is what I will go for. I will go for a gender-based username. All right. So that is what I will go for. And what I will also do is I will also go for now. When you now go for gender-based username, it's now left for you. Okay, which is it, a male or a female you want to go for? For me, I usually go for female. I'm a male, but I usually go for female. But go for male too. You can go for male. The reason is this: on Fiverr, men love buying from women. I don't know why. Yeah, we men we like women. No man we don't like woman. No. That is the truth. No, we not be gay now, except those that are gay. So, but the truth is, it happens on Fiverr too. Men prefer buying from women. Most of the time, if the woman is fine, you see, wow, you are beautiful. They're not going to say most of us are men and they behind the picture. But I'm not teaching you how to lie. We are not using it for fraud. EFCC, if they watch, now teacher, they teach. Please know that this is for educational purposes. Okay, education. Everything I'm teaching you here is for educational purposes. Okay, please. All right. So men love buying from women, but we are being real here. We are not defrauding anybody. We are offering services. It's educational purposes though. So they love women. So what I usually do, you can use picture of your friend, but it has disadvantage. There are some buyers you will meet. There will be a big cash, a big fish in the sense that they have money, they want to be giving you job continuously. At the point in time, after I've done 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs for them, anything you tell them, they will do. Like if you say, okay, let's go off Fiverr, you take them, there's a way we do that. They will start chatting with you on Skype. They will give you a job. And I know when you start chatting on Skype, they might want to hear your voice directly. So that is where the problem starts. I've had a encounter with one that was paying me big money to do small things of job of $5. I'll be charging him 150 and he will pay. Because he has the money, but the point you said you should see me, we should talk to explain himself better. So there are some people that want to give you job before they give you the job because the job is so huge. They want to talk to you, but because you are a male and not a female, then you won't be able to pick the call. All right. So this is one of the reasons. Please always endeavor to use a male account if you are a male. If you are a female, use a female account. If I thought you want to use a male account, a female account, make sure the female is your friend and you always have that friend around. Even if not around, but you have access to that friend in case any day you encounter a buyer that want to see you or talk to you on phone, you might at the same time explain everything, but it might still not be like, because you might on a neutral guy might want to ask some question which the person is not into Fiverr. How do you want to do it? So to avoid all these things, please, it's better you create a male account and use your picture. All right, just try as much as possible to use your pictures. And if you want to use your pictures for the account, please go to studio, take fine corporate pictures. Don't just take one drastic here picture from your phone, from where you carry phone, take snap, you use phone to take the pictures and just put it on Fiverr. You have to be professional. If you have suits, go and brush those suits, man. Cut your hair. Go to studio now. If this studio snap you, you will look beautiful. Go to all this beauty, this thing. They put all those powder that will make your nose pointed, like Gujun nose. All those Chinese, Korean love movie, I like them like say tomorrow no day. So like Gujun nose, So they will trim your nose, but I'm just joking. Though. You don't need to waste all those money. But just go to studio. But if you have a good phone, like good iPhone, quality background, good suit, you can just look for a beautiful background to sit down. Take a very, very nice picture of yourself. Cut your hair. Look nice. If you're a lady, fine lady, look for a good place, a good background. Take a very professional, good professional picture where you are looking beautiful. All right. So that's just it. Then you can now upload that. It does not matter if you're in Africa. We have Black Americans. We have like UK. It does not matter. They just want to see who you are. And that, if anybody want to have a video call with you, or they want to talk to you, or they want to talk to you, okay, you won't be afraid of looking for somebody to answer because you will encounter them. Some will want to pay you big money, but they want to talk to you first. But you will have to try to maneuver to then you eventually lose them because you can't talk to them. You can't because but if they now talk to you, the girl I thought she has a buyer that you take off Fiverr. They usually talk. You get a beautiful girl though. So they usually talk off Fiverr. So they might want to talk to you off Fiverr. Alright? They might want to see you. Fiverr now have option for video call now. If they see the person they are talking to and your job is good, man, they will really like you. I'm telling you the truth. And some, you might be lucky. I've seen one before that want to invite me to UK. I'm telling you the truth. But I know if he go. Why? Because since I've been working for him, he thought I was a male. I was a female. But I wasn't a female. I was using a friend picture. In fact, not even a picture of somebody I got on the net, which I did a video, they asked me to do video. So those things he has been seeing her. So he liked me so much because of the job I've been offering to him, the article. And he was like talking to he was in USA. I think I was in UK. He was thinking that maybe he could give me an invitation letter and all those stuff, arrange everything and all those things, invite him to his company and everything. Look at that. And he wants to speak with me. But because I was not being real, it pains me a lot. Because I was not being real. So you have to look at the end for the long time purposes. So please choose your profile. Please. Don't use female profile. Don't use female profile. But for me on this video, I'll be using female profile. I know how to handle that. Alright. Me, if it was come to us, I know I'm just want to use this account to teach you. And if it blows up, no problem. So that's just the truth. You can see the picture this girl used. It does not make any sense. I'm very sorry to say if you are watching this video, but it does not make any sense. Why would you use this? See the background. Even still carry jalami and put it. I'm not saying it's bad as for my Muslim brothers. I respect your religion so much. But I'm not saying it's bad. But let me tell you, job is job. When it comes to being professional, you have to be professional. All right. You could see she's a level 2. She tried though. She had others. She's even online safe. She's online. So that is just something about Fiverr. You have to always be online because our time zones differ. Most people that buy from Fiverr are USA citizens, most or some other American countries. So, but you could see all these things. She can do better. She can do better. I'll be teaching girls how to design good quality these things. So that is that. Now that we've discussed that, like I told you, this video will be long. You just have to watch, relax, watch, relax. So the next thing is, I'll be creating a female account. So first and foremost, I would like to go to Google and create. So after then, you have to now create a Gmail. Always use Gmail. Gmail makes more sense. All right. So all right. So what I'm gonna do is I will create a Gmail account. Create an account. So you have to create an account based on the name you want to be using. So for me, I want to be using Joyce27. So my name will be Joyce. Joyce. I'm using the friend name if you catch me. Joyce. Now, Joyce, you can give it English name, please. Always give it English and don't go and give it your local name in case if you want to be sending messages to them. Joyce. Um, Joyce. Joyce. David. My name is Jason, so I love David. Joyce David. So Joyce. Joyce. Yeah, I'll just put Joyce 27. Okay, let me just use Joyce 27. All right. It did not accept it. Joyce 05. Did not accept it. Okay, Joyce 27. Yeah, that's one thing about Gmail I don't like now. Joyce. Okay, Joyce for you. What's wrong with you, man? That's what Gmail these days, I don't know. Joyce. Joyce 2021. Are you telling me it's taking, man? 2020. What happened? I just like using something. Okay, Joyce 2021. Okay, let me just use Joyce for real 4. Let's see. Joyce. Joyce for real 4. Joyce for real 4. I'm used to all this for real 4 though. So Joyce for real 4. Alright. True person and lie. I won't show it. I don't make sense. Like that guy that took my 7 BNB. You think God is not watching you? So Joyce for real 4. Alright. I think this is good. Let me see if Joyce for real 4 will work. Oh, it doesn't. It's still Joyce for real 4. Alright. So set your password, then click on next. Just have to choose English name. Alright, they said optional. I don't need phone number, but you can use Nigerian phone number there if you wish. Recovery phone number for like I said, this video will be long. So recovery phone number, email, I don't want that. Let me just put oh gosh. Let me just put that female. Alright. So um okay. Just put this. Don't put this like this. Female. So next, you send me a code. We're trying to create Gmail. Sorry, like I said, this will take a longer time. This is practical. So note. So this is what we differentiate serious people from 769372. This is what we differentiate the serious one from the serious one who really want to make money. So skip. Express. Let's just click next. Confirm. I agree, Baba. $138. 2 hours. Like I said, if you are tired, you have to just rest. All right. When watching the video, you don't have to watch it once. All right, until you can see I'm still up for 48. Continue with smart features. Just cancel. Okay, next. Yes, so you can see community. Blah 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 blah. You can leave all this. So okay, inbox. All right, so now just see for 4. All right, so let's go back to Fiverr. Okay, become a seller. Then you scroll down. We see become a seller. Ask you for email. Please don't click on continue with Google. Don't try it. Just make sure you put the email. Continue. Choose the username Joyce. Like I told you, I want to Joyce 27. All right. Like I told you, okay. So it has been taken. It's using Joyce 27. Joyce 27. You can see Joyce 27. So the person will definitely know that okay, this is the lady. Like I said, I'm using it because I already have a picture. I've collected a picture, which I'm gonna use. Then password. Your password must contain, when they say 8 characters or longer, combine upper and lowercase letter and numbers. It means your password must contain at least minimum of one capital letter, contain small letter, contain um, numbers. All right. Then if you feel like adding, uh, what are they calling it? Special characters. All right. Let me see. You can see it accepted my username. That's why I put this mark there. All right. So your username must complete. Um, your password might will include at least one capital letter, one maybe it's any amount of small letter, then numbers. Then you can add special characters like hash, at all this and sign, sha. But make sure you use the password you will know. So now I've registered and I'm back in this boss. Um, then it asks you to confirm. You go to your email, you will see a Fiverr this thing right there. Click on activate account. And note, before you choose a username, note you can't change the username. Once you've chosen it, you've chosen it. Please don't choose a local username like BC, Biola, does not make any sense. Or Chinedu, does not make any sense. I would advise you to always use English name that at least a buyer can really pronounce or call and all those stuff. Like, I'm not saying our name is not good though. Many of us have English name. My English name is JC, alright? JC, 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 Joyce, Joyce. Now we say make you come they use Olu, Tobiloba, Chinedu, Chiamara, Chinebere, Chibuzo. Eyinbo no sabi Chibuzo. So that is that. So now what we have to do, since we are back in, so what you just have to do is they will tell you to edit your profile. We don't need to do that right now. So what we just have to do is click on maybe this your profile icon. You see become a seller, or go back to the home page. You see become a seller. Because we want to become a seller because this account we just created right now, this fresh account we just created right now is just a buyer account. So the next thing you have to do is click on become a seller. So it will bring you back here again where you see become a seller. You click on it. Now it will take you to all these things to watch this here video. If you have the time, you can watch it to learn more about Fiverr. But I don't watch it. Just click on continue. Click on continue. Click on continue. Bam. Now here comes where we have to start, where the real deal is. Now the first thing is name. This your full name will not appear to anyone. What is visible to buyers is your username, and username cannot be changed. That is why I said you should make sure you use a good username. So this username that you have here can contain your name just the same way it is on your ID card or any name. Alright, so me I will just use any name because you can still edit it from your profile because they might ask for ID. Maybe if you know do and where, if you go if you mistakenly go and use some Nigerian VPN to access your account and Fiverr catch you, they might ask for you to do verification. Once they ask you to do verification more, your account is coming back to Nigeria. So you can see that we must attain minimum of 80%. This is the 10%. So with your name, Joyce David. Just like the way it is on my although no buyer will see this. They only see your username. Now, profile picture. That is why I said you should get a professional profile picture. For me, uh, okay, time is going. Okay, for me, you could see Joyce. Right, I already have our pictures right here. You can see it's a beautiful lady. So use it. I've asked for our permissions though, so you can see it. See how beautiful the picture is, because beautiful pictures attract sometimes this male bias. That is the truth I'm telling you. So if you have beautiful pictures as a lady, you have an edge. And as a man too, if you have beautiful picture too, you also have an edge. Just have a beautiful picture, no matter how you look. Just once you go to studio make you look nice. You can't compare studio with your phone. Take a nice picture. I'm not talking about all those cameraman from Iluke, from all this Ibadan or we no sabi sorry. I might have Ibadan people. Or maybe cameraman from Ondo State, we no sabi work. I know say me I'm from Ondo State. A professional cameraman that knows what they are doing is what you should look for. All right. So now description. Now this is where it gets rosy. All right, we're in the description now. So this thing is this. You have to first ask yourself, which services do you want to render? That is the number one question. Which services? Now, many people complain that they don't have a skill. They don't have a skill. Now, there's one skill that is very, very lucrative. Although we'll be looking at different categories of service after we created our profile. But before that, that niche that is creative that you might think you don't know, but I will teach you how to do it is what article writing. Many of us that go to school here, I believe I have some many of you that went to school, but if you don't go to the post, for those of you that have not go to school, definitely I believe you can still do it. There's nothing you cannot do, right? So the thing is, writing is very, very lucrative. Why is writing lucrative? Every day people need content, either for website, for blog posts, for products, for everything. So in this video, I will teach you how to write article, how to offer article writing services, how to create gigs around article writing services. Now, once I'm done teaching you, this same strategy can be used to create gig for any. It's the same thing on Fiverr, but I might now take my time to maybe then not just that. I will teach you how to offer traffic niche article writing services. There are some other niche too I have that I will teach you how to offer, but might not. But the ones I will focus more. Once you know that, maybe in my subsequent video we'll now be talking about others. Because it's lucrative, article made me money. I hate article, but what concerns me, you might hate something, but if that thing is making you money, you have to do it. I hate article, but article make me money. I'm not good in English, even from the way I'm sounding. Do I look like somebody? Although when it comes to writing, I'm good in English. After all, if I know pass English, I won't take pass. I read computer science and we did OTM. And secondary school we did English. It's just that I'm not fluent in English. You could see how I'm speaking English, man. Don't laugh me. Don't make jest of me like that. So, but still, I can write too. I can write English. Oh. No good deal. But anyways, but what I just want to tell you, article writing is simple. It's the same way we write our projects. All right. So I will be teaching you how to offer article writing services, how to offer backlink services. I'll be teaching you how to offer website content writing services, website traffic services, product review services. How to write product review services. I'll be teaching you how to do that. Those are the things we are going to be doing in these videos. Not these particular videos, because we are still creating our profile. We just want to know what we'll be doing, to know the kind of descriptions we'll be writing. So, which means everything we'll be doing here will revolve around writing. Everything that has to do with content, maybe blog or website or and know. And now, if you look at it, you will see that a website needs what? Content. A website that needs content also needs what? Traffic, because they need sales. And a website that needs traffic needs what? Backlinks, SEO, because SEO, if you have a blog or this, you want your blog to rank on Google first page, and if you want your blog to rank on Google first page. So these are the things that revolve around content writing. When you want to choose niche, you have to choose niche that has sub niches under it. Writing, for instance, has sub niches under it. Writing is divided into different. We have script writing, we have content writing, we have creative writing, we have sales newsletter, we have sales page writing, that those people that write content for maybe want to launch an ebook or product, and those people that write content for different things. Writing is huge and it's lucrative on Fiverr. Writing they give money, no go there. So, but what we want to do is writing, and writing has some other packages we can include in them, such as maybe backlinks. If I don't know what backlinks, but backlinks I'll be explaining backlink when we get there. But backlinks is just like guest posting. We'll be offering guest posting services, also known as backlink. Backlink is just like posting on somebody's blog. Maybe you post on Linda Ikeji. Linda Ikeji post on his own blog, on our blog. Then Linda Ikeji, out of the contents, now link back to your website. That's what they call backlink. For instance, now if you post something on, let's say you post something on Twitter, and when you post something on Twitter, you now include your link there. And you have a blog, that your website link you include on Twitter is called backlinks. You already put your link on Twitter, it's linking back to your blog. It usually affects ranking. I'm not saying the Twitter owner. Some, let's say Forbes.com, they write an article about something, and among the article, there's a content they saw on your website, and then let's say they reference your website that according to Also with Simple J, and that Also with Simple J, they now embed my website link in it. You see that my website link is called backlink. A link is pointing to the link that is pointing to my website on their own website is called backlink. And Google usually expects us link, most especially website like Forbes. If website like Forbes include your link on their website, it will affect your Google ranking, because Forbes is a big website. Just the same way, let's say channels do the same thing too, and channels include your link, because channels is a big website. Forbes is a big website, a big respected website. Even Medium is a big website, and there's a way you use Medium to rank. There's a way you can use Medium to rank websites or rank things. That is another thing for another day though. So those are backlinks. So I will teach you how to offer backlink service, and there's money in it, and it's very, very simple to deliver. Traffic is another niche that there's also money. Very, very simple to deliver. And we also have social media marketing. Very simple to deliver. You also have to use some tools to monitor, to some tools to manage. You just have to be managing people's social media page like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook page, and help them to post there on a daily basis. But it's not like you be the one posting. You use tools. You just log in those accounts on those tools, pre-configured everything you want to post. You can just, maybe like you have time today, you can just schedule all posts that you post on this person for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, on the Twitter, on the Telegram, on this. You just schedule every post, then you configure it, and then you leave it, you log out. So the person will pay you per month. You might be charging the person for $500. So if you get others, you just be configuring everything. Use configure the hashtags, and by the time the person by the time you've done that, you can continue with your normal job which you are doing. And once it's time, the time that you've already configured, the thing will automatically publish it on the person's post. That's what we call social media marketing. So social media management rather. So at the same time, social media marketing too, in you can help them to run ads, all those Facebook ads management, all those stuffs. There are different niches that I know I can do. But I will teach you article, I will teach you backlink services, I will teach you what are they calling it, traffic, and probably social media marketing, so that you can now choose any one you feel you like. All right, you can combine everything together first and see the one that gives you money. All right, so that is just it. So now that we know that this is what we want to do, we want to write a description that portray us as an expert that do all of those things. So for us to do it, so like I said, first I have to talk about what we want to do: writing, article writing, then backlink, then social, then traffic. These are different niches, and I want to teach you how to offer all of these niches. So what we have to do, you have to write a confirmed professional description that when the buyers see it, they will like it, that explains what we do. All right, so we go to Google, then I will type people per hour. Normally we are supposed to go and look for those that offer the similar services, but I don't like copying from people from Fiverr. Okay, so but you can just, to have an idea of what it's all about, you can just go to Fiverr and type maybe article writing. So once you type article writing, you will see different people right here, or this top rated seller. You can click on their name, open a new tab, level 2, open a new tab, all these level 2, level 2. Just open it up. Want to see their description on what they write. Okay, you can see this. With 7 years of marketing and writing experience. Now, this person already include marketing, so it portrays the person can create gigs that deals with what? Marketing. Can create anything that revolves around marketing. Since already portray herself as a marketer. With 7 years of marketing and writing experience, I am ecstatic to be able to help businesses around the world reach their maximum potential with the best possible marketing and writing strategies, which means this person will be offering marketing services. And if you check here, we can confirm if it is true. I will write an ad copy for Google Ads or Facebook Ads, $40. You can see that. I told you that she is going to be, this top rated seller, no good there. Easy to obtain this level. You can see it. I will write SEO blog post. You can see, I told you that she will be doing marketing. She is doing SEO. She's doing marketing. She will help you to write, because I know our description already tells I will design eye-catching infographics for your blog. This infographics is what you can do with Canva. So you could see, and people are already giving her 5 stars. So you could see, around the world, reach their maximum potentials with the best possible marketing and writing strategies regarding any topic to help boost following consumer interaction, blah, 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 blah. You can see this. All right, you can see. So that is one. If you check this person's zone 2, you also have to read it. You see, I'm a 5-star seller and can guarantee an article of original was not plagiarized, blah, 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 blah. We don't need it. So we are supposed to copy from them, but I don't like copying from people from Twitter and from Fiverr, so that it don't look as if we copy from the same source. So what would I usually do? I come to Google, and there's a website that looks like Fiverr to people per hour. So you search for people per hour. So let's go to people per hour. It's like Fiverr too. So once you know how Fiverr works, you will see that you have to go to people per hour, register on people per hour too, start using people per hour too, so that you won't be using Fiverr alone. But me, I don't like Upwork, so don't even expect any video from Upwork. I don't like bidding. Anything that has to do with bidding, I hate it in my life. So you can see just like Fiverr too. So, but once you are good with Fiverr, you will know how to create account with these people. So what I want to do is first, I want to search for article writing. And like I said, I prefer using foreign account. I don't use Nigerian account because no matter how good you are, to get job in Nigeria is very, very hard. That name Nigerian has been destroyed. That's the fucking truth. So should in case you want to do it, you're on your own. Okay, you can see this, write and publish SEO article on BuzzFeed. This is the example of the backlink services. So they said they will write and publish SEO article on BuzzFeed. Do follow link. That is what an example. By the time we start, you will understand better. So we know what they call do follow and no follow. This BuzzFeed is a free website though. So what they'll do is one day they will be able to help you to write the article. Then you will have a blog, you will have a topic you will give to them. The buyer rather, they will now write and go and publish it on BuzzFeed. Once they publish it, they will now include the link of the buyer's website on this BuzzFeed. That is all. They will just deliver it. It's done. So you can see, and it's charging $30. You can see how many reviews he has gotten. You could see United Kingdom. You can see it. Just like Fiverr too, it's not difference. So what we're trying to look for is we're trying to look for somebody that has a good star rating, which you can copy. This one has 5 star and 1,400 reviews. So this one does what? Blog posts, any topic. If you overall this thing here, you see that she does photography, illustration, freelance writer, every blah blah blah. So what we want to do is we want to try to click on his name. I will open it in new tab. This one has 4,000 reviews, man. I will open it in new tab. You can see guest posting. When you see guest posting is the same thing as backlink. Guest posting is the same thing as backlinks. It's all about writing on somebody on a website, maybe like Medium or any website you know that you have access to that has a very, very high domain authority. When we want to start doing all of this, now we explain all these things I'm talking about to you, and you will explain clearly. But for now, we are still trying to create a profile. So guest posting is the same thing as what? As backlinks. When you see guest posting, it's the same thing as backlinks. When you see backlinks, it's the same thing as guest posting. So I'm trying to look for people with good 5-star rating and with good number of reviews. So once you've opened them, you try to look for read the about. You want to read the about to see what they offer. You can say I am a natural and a native English speaker, US, and a writer who is well versed in both graphics art and professional writing services. I'm a professional artist with over 15 years of experience, and I have bachelor's in computer animation. You can see how the person explain his or herself. Additional skill includes education in music, sheet. So you come here again, you read on this one. We are a small UK-based company specializing in graphic designing, this blah 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 blah. Now, thank you. I like this type of description. Why do I like this type of description? Since we are using a username, all right. Since we are using a username, we are using a gender-based username, and it allows us to create gigs of different niches. There are some gigs like maybe we will create now. I might want to use our account. For instance, let's say we create a gig regarding social media management, and by the time we get order from social media management, remember that um, our Facebook, by the we need to manage the account, we might need to log in, we might need our Facebook account, and by the time we log in, they might see the name on our Facebook account. I'll be looking at where are you from? But this is not what is on your profile. That way, you will tell them that, see, from my profile description, you could see that I told you that we are a small UK-based this thing, and we have people that work from us remotely from different countries that handle different aspects of our businesses, of this, of that. So the person that was in charge of your business is actually from so country, those thing. That is how we do. We are a group of company that brings about people of different talents together. So, when you compose it like that for the person will say, okay, fine. I could see that from your description that okay that you are a group of you are a little company, something like that. So that way, the person says, okay, fine. Your profile already shows okay that okay you have people, you are a team. So you already told them okay, my team is from different companies. You don't just portray yourself as the only one doing it. Don't portray yourself as the only one doing it. Always write your description to look as if you guys are team, even if you are the only one that's gonna do it. But make them see it like you guys are team. Because there might be some job that you might not be able to do yourself that you will have to give to some other people to do, which they will use their account to log into those people's accounts, and it might be different from your profile. So by the time you try to complain, you say that look at my profile, this is what is there. You could see that I told you we are a team, and we have people from different countries that work for us remotely because of the coronavirus of a thing. So that is why we need to be very very smart when writing our description. So from here to I am a full-time freelance writer. You can find example of my job. Like Fiverr does not support this type putting links here. Don't try to quality writing services, things like okay. So from here we have to combine some three together to form a good one. So once you come back here again, remember that this is one we've gotten articles to social media management. All right, so let's type social media. Let's see what it be. Okay, social media management. You can see that is there, social media management. So now we try to look for ones. You see that social media management is a hot in demand niche. If you want to know a hot in demand niche, you look at people's star rating. How many people can you see that 8,719 people has reviewed these people? If you look at every 1 year, what are you seeing right here? 8,719. That is one of the way to know one of all these niches that are hot in demand. You look at their star rating. Star rating, that is the star rating they've gotten from each people. And for 8,719 people to persons to give somebody a star rating, because when people order from you, at least you might only get star rating from maybe 40% people, 40% of your buyers. 60% might not rate your job. So if this rating is only from 40%, how much more the remaining orders he has gotten that they not rate him? Because not everybody will rate you. But once you deliver our order, there's a way we write it so that they'll be able to rate us. But from what you can see here, imagine. Okay, since it's the same person. Okay, this is the same person. This is the same person, but 8,719. He created different gig, but they've given this person has gotten 8,719 star rating. This one get 1,000. This one is still the same person. It's ranking on first page. It's still the same person, just ranking. Nobody to compete with her like that. But still, all these ones too are getting their own star rating, man. So social media is also a lucrative niche. So what I want to do is, this one girl has proven that okay, she's good. So I will open our own to a new tab. I want to see. We want to try to combine everything together in one writing and use it as description. So once you're able to do that, we're almost done, because that is for this particular video. Let's see what she has to write. You are still original and most experienced SEO marketing specialist on PPH, that is Philippines, dedicated to increasing your online reputation and credibility throughout the world so you could enjoy better visibilities and exposure via search engine. This thing goes along with content too. Social Business is a UK-based network. You can see it perfectly positioned to help you and your company make the most out of marketing, social media, and innovative design. Through detailed research analysis, we are able to direct your product at the audience that it's most likely to generate revenue from. You could see it perfect. This is what we are looking for. All right, this is what we are looking for. We don't need to use everything right here, because when we talk about marketing, traffic, and everything, it's already covered this. It's already covered this. So we don't need to talk about backlinks and this. This article and social media writing is okay. So now let's start. So we now start copying. You have to use your brain. So you have to use your brain to know how to compose the English together for the description. A perfect description is what we want to do, because don't forget that Fiverr only have 600 characters, so you have to shorten some of the things. So you have to copy it and make sure everything rhyme. So we are still original and most experienced SEO marketing specialists on in UK, dedicated to increasing your online reputation and credibility throughout the world so you could enjoy better visibility and exposure via search engines. Now, let's see. Okay. So you will now say, okay, we are a small UK-based company specializing in graphic design, web development, and content writing. We specialize in blah, 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 blah. So let's say you that knows how to do logo, and you want to do graphic design, you know how to do logos, you know how to do web development, infographics, flyers, and social media designs, blog, website content, and guest posts, blah, blah, blah. You can include them in your own writing. You will just modify and tweak. So I just want to compare this together. I will be cutting them. So that's this is I can't spoon feed you. I can only show you that now you now put the things together. We are still dedicated to increasing your visibility and search engine. This is out of it. I've already compared. Now I want to compare this thing. Social media is a UK based network. Okay, we are a small UK based network. I'm not a company, so I will say I'm a network. You can see this person is using branded is using a brand name, social boozing. So we are a small UK we are a small UK based network. All right. Because I don't want to use everything this person use. I have to merge it together. That is how we're going to be writing article too. You don't combine everything somebody use. You have to pile it up from different places to make up your own original content. All right. So we're a small UK-based network. So we might need Grammarly to correct our English. All right. Specializing in graphic design, web development, computer writing. All right. So let me copy this. We are a small UK-based network specializing in what? I'm not doing graphic designing. So content writing, specialize. Where's the girl? Specialize in, okay. Let's see, social media marketing, media. That all the service you want to do. See, don't copy these things the way I put it here. Oh. If you go and copy, if I ever ban your account and start on your own, I'll teach you how to go about it, how to do your search and compile the English together. But in case you want me to compile it for you, no problem, $50 for the description. I will do that for you. Social media marketing and management, content writing, guest posting. Since you said we are a group of network, it means we have a group that can do a network that can do different things. So we are trying to tell them that this is what our network can do. So, and if you know you have friends that can do some of the services, you can include them. And if you get the job, you give it to your friends to do. That is how it works. I can include graphics. And if I get a graphic job, I just contact my friend, hey guy, do you have samples of the job you've done? He said I have samples of the job. I can collect samples from somebody doing graphics. I just give the person the job. You design the job for me, then I deliver it. That is just the truth. Marketing and management, content writing, guest post and backlinks, guest post and backlinks, content writing, guest post and backlink services, web development. These are all the things I know. I can't do graphics, but I know I can do web development, graphic designing, and graphic designing. I think it's better this way. Okay, guest post and you must structure English very well. Website, traffic, services. All right. Okay, you can see it. We are still the original and most experienced SEO marketing specialist in UK, dedicated to increasing your online reputation and credibility throughout the world, so you can enjoy better versatile and exposure via search engines. We are a small UK-based network specializing in social media marketing and management, content writing, guest posts and backlink services, web development and graphic designing. What other things can I do? Web development services, web development, okay, web development and graphic designing. Okay, web development, graphic designing, and website traffic services. Then, yeah, because anything that contains content writing, same as article writing and everything. So, and specialize in website marketing, content writing. Okay, okay. I want my keyword to appear in my description. Article and content writing, guest post and backlink services, web development and designing, web development, graphic designing, and website traffic services. Now, fine. Then we say we specialize in designing logos, blah blah blah. We don't need all this anymore. We already told them what we would do. We have years of experience in the field, and we have years of experience in the field, and are committed to deliver you high quality work in the least possible turnaround time. So, you can cancel all this. You just have to make everything rhyme, all right? So that is how it is. Read it again, then later on we introduce Grammarly, which you'll be using when we start writing article writing. We have years of experience in the above field. And are committed to deliver all right, let's see this. Okay, let me copy this. We have years of experience in the above field. Okay, and I can combine it with this. We have years of experience in the above field, command. Through detailed research and analysis, we are able to direct your product at the audience that it's most likely to generate revenue from. From we are can I complete this? I don't have Gamari ready. We are committed to deliver we are committed to delivering high quality work in the least possible turnaround time. So now we've been able to merge all this together, like we are still the original and most experienced SEO marketing specialist in UK, dedicated to increasing your online reputation and credibility throughout the world so you could enjoy better visibility and exposure via search engines. We are a small UK based network specializing in social media marketing and management, article and content writing, guest posts and backlink services, web development, graphic designing, and website traffic services. We have years of experience in the above field. Through detailed research, and analysis, come on, we are able to direct your product at the audience that it's most likely to generate revenue from. We have most, let me put full stop here. All right, so we have years of experience in the above field. Through detailed research and analysis, we are able to direct your product at the audience that is most likely to generate revenue from. We are committed to delivering high quality work in the least possible turnaround time. All right, so we are done. This is just all I need. Then let me come back to my personal description. Let's see if it's up to 600. If it's not surprise 600. Oh my goodness, you can see they say we can only use 600 to 600. That is why we have years of experience in this above field. Through detailed research and analysis, we are able to direct your product at the audience. So what I will just do is we are see the original. We are see the original and most experienced SEO marketing, especially in UK, dedicated to increasing your online reputation and credibility. Online reputation and credibility throughout the world, so you can enjoy better visibility and exposure via search engines. We are a small UK network specializing in social media marketing, social media marketing and management. Let me just put content writing, guest post services. Since these are the same, content writing and guest posts are the same. There's no point putting backlinks there anymore since it's part of writing. I can always create a gig for that. Content writing, web development, graphic designing, and website traffic services. All right. So let me go back here. Let's see. That is one thing about Fiverr. You also have to minimize this because see, we have years of experience in the above field. Through detailed research analysis, we're able to direct your product at the audience that is more likely to generate revenue from. Okay, so I think it's better this way because we don't have more space to put the rest. So I think we are still the original and most experienced SEO marketing specialist in the UK, dedicated to increasing your online reputation and credibility throughout the world. So you can enjoy better visibility and exposure via search engine. We are a small UK-based network specializing in social media marketing and management, content writing, web development, graphic designing, and website traffic services. We have years of experience in the above fields. Through the details you could see from here, we've been able to describe everything we are going to be offering. So in case you want to create kicks on that, so that is that. Come on, no be small thing, no. 2 hours 23 minutes. All right, let's go there. Oh my goodness, what is this? It done they go, it done they go. 49. So sorry. All right, so from here they will tell you to choose language, choose English, edit it. English, we edit it. You choose native stroke bilingual. All right, that is what you should choose. English, native stroke bilingual. All right. Yeah, native stroke bilingual. Click on update. Click on continue. Your occupation, writing, and translation first. All right. I think you can only choose 5 right here. Article writing and blog post. Choose year. Make sure you choose like this is 3 years, 2019 to okay. Occupation to 2017. 2021, 2019 to 2021, article and blog posts. Since you are going to be doing writing, this is it's important, man. It's very, very important. So you can choose up to 5. So article writing, creative writing, I don't do press release, website content. So you have to choose them: article writing, website content, creative writing. What other writing are we gonna be doing? Okay, product description. It's part of the thing that we're gonna be teaching. It's very simple to offer. Proofreading, if you want to edit somebody's this thing. Sales copy is another writing for all those people that usually sell ebooks and all those stuffs. Email copy for email, research and summaries. I think research and summary, resume and cover letters. I don't like writing cover letters. Transcripts. Transcript. I don't like writing it. Legal writing. Let's say legal writing. Or okay, business name. You can also do business name. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we can only choose 5, like I said. Add new. Then I will choose digital marketing. From 2019, 2021. Let me choose 29. Let me just choose 2017. Okay, 2017 to 2019. Then from year 2019 to 2021. Okay, 2019 to 2021. Even domain research is simple to offer. That is just the truth. So what are we gonna be doing? Marketing, digital marketing. We can choose SEO, content marketing, social media marketing. Can do influencer marketing too. Can do influencer marketing. Just choose it. It does not mean this is we just showing your profile. That is all. We don't really need this. Just to show on our profile. Okay, web traffic, like I told you, web traffic. Then what again? Video marketing. This marketing, just shilling me of all these things. So you just choose. It does not really mean e-commerce marketing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we choose 5. We cannot select again, but all right, good. At least marketing plus article writing. So that's just it. So, but if from here you know how to do something, no, influencer marketing is simple though. I know about domain research. I know how to offer so different many gigs, but I can't be teaching everything though. So because of the time, so this domain research is simple, but the most lucrative one is this writing services. Is very, very lucrative. Graphics is lucrative too, but the competition is too high. Web traffic, SEO, influencer marketing, content writing. So if you want to do that niche too, it's not the same way that you follow this. I'm just using article and all these things to explain this. If it is graphics you are doing from here, you can choose one that if it is video animation or programming or everything, you can just choose. If it is graphic, then choose graphic design and choose things related to graphic design. Alright, just choose the year you started. If you are gonna choose 2 different services, you can just choose any year you started, the current year. Maybe this one just mean I've been offering this. In fact, I can say 2017 to 2021 because I'm still offering it. Whether I can say from here that okay, 2019 to 2021, that which means okay, I've been doing writing since 2017 to 2021, and I started doing digital marketing from 2019 to 2021. So that is what all these things means. So based on anything, so they will now ask you for skills. So what skills do you have? You just have to put any skills there. The truth is, I would just say, okay, maybe you have design skills or voice talent, or maybe you have design skills or voice talent. But what I usually do is I'll just put SEO. It's telling me, Okay, let me just put writing. To tell you to choose. Okay, creative writer. You start choosing. To tell you to choose your skill, I will put, don't put expert or intermediate, add. All right. Then once you put it, it is now start suggesting for you. You can only choose, I think, 5. Then article writing, choose intermediate. You have creative writer, content writing. Choose intermediate. Don't choose expert. Then let me click add new year. Social media marketing. All right. Year social media marketing. Just choose social media marketing anyway. Social media marketing. Social media marketing. Intermediate. Never choose beginner. All right. So I'll click on add again. Maybe traffic. Maybe traffic. Okay, traffic is not there. Maybe okay, SEO. Let's see. SEO. Alright, off page SEO, on page SEO, you click on it. Off page and then on page and off page. On page SEO is the one. On page SEO is the one you do with used. On page SEO, before you publish, you make sure maybe you use header, use your keywords in the right places. Those are on page SEO. Like I said, all these things really doesn't matter. Although just choose, you just have to choose them. Do me, I'm choosing based on the services I said I'm going to be teaching you, maybe article writing services and this. That is what I'm choosing. But if you're on digital, if you're about web development, or you're about what are they calling it? Graphics. You'll be seeing them there. Just type something related to what you're offering. But always make sure you choose intermediate. Don't choose beginner and don't choose expert. All right. So let me just add again. Maybe web design. Or you put WordPress. You can see WordPress right here. WordPress SEO. But let me just put WordPress generally. Intermediate. You had. Let me add again WordPress SEO. Hey, will. Come on. No go fuck me up, oh, biko. Something I don't need to do since. You see what I'm saying now? What is this thing doing now, God? Something where I don't feel low. Hey! Shall I come start again? What happened? Is it my network or what? Why now? Why is this thing going to do like this? Okay, thank God. WordPress. WordPress SEO. Intermediate. So once you're okay, you can then leave. Right? So then they will tell you country now. So don't let me lie to you. Don't choose UK. Don't choose Nigeria. But I usually choose African countries. Be looking. So what I usually do at times, you can choose any countries you like, your school. But me, I love choosing African countries. But I will just choose South Africa. You know why? Because South Africa is still a good African country that people can hear about. I don't know about what is currently going on in South Africa now, but at least Eliomon came from South Africa. Or sometimes I can just choose Benin because there's a university in Benin that's about university, United States, America, university, something, blah, 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 blah. So, but I will just choose South Africa. South Africa. Then they will ask you for the college. Let me just see. So, Institute of Engineering and Technology. What I'll just do is I'll just go for. I also quickly go to Google. You just have to go and search it. Top 10 marketing schools in South Africa to kickstart your career in marketing. Marketing management, alright. So, Johannesburg. It's not bad. After all, you're more schooled in you once schooled in South Africa before moving to US, so you can school in South Africa and move to UK. It's possible. So I will just search for it. Let me see if it will bring it out. Marketing management. Alright, so okay. Siamara University. Let me just choose any university. Just have to choose university in South Africa. Sometimes you just have to take your time to Vega School. Okay, let me just put universities. Okay, university is what I should put, Jerry, because it's all about university. AAA School of Advertising. Right. Let's see. Oh, why is my network behaving this way today now? College or university name? Oh, let me just copy this chart. Let me see if it will accept it that way. Title, you can just choose BSc. No go they do not go they don't go and choose all this PhD or this thing. No, else those sellers might expect something big. So major BSc. Let me just say BSc in let me see. I know do marketing. Let me see. me see BSc marketing. Okay. Okay. So just that is just BSc marketing. You go say year, which year you grad. That is the year you graduated though. So let me just say I graduated um 2019, 2021. Let me choose 2018 right here so that 18, 19, 20, 21, like about 4 years. So when did you graduated? I would say I graduated 2018. Okay, they are giving me a suggestion right here. Marketing management. So they are giving me marketing management. They are giving me option BSc marketing management 2018. I'll just click on add. So that is just how to set it up. So it's something simple though. So 2018, you just have to use your senses. Digital marketing. So I started 2018, graduated 2021. I started 2017, writing and all these things. Maybe where I went to learn it, I saw these things. But majority of these things, buyers won't check them. Trust me. I'm telling you the truth. Buyers won't check them, but just needed while creating this account. Now certification, I will just choose SEO or maybe something else. Here you can see something here. Adobe to they give, but my own is SEO by uh Ublot. Ublot is a this thing that specializes SEO. Or I can just choose Nai Patel. Nai Patel is somebody that is very popular with SEO. So they say yeah, I will say 2020. Now when I collect the certificate. So Ublot. If you don't know Ublot, let me just put it here. Ah, bro. Ublot now wash you. But there's one too that do marketing though. I don't spell it correct. Blog Jare. Maybe Oops something. Okay, Oops Sports. Oops. Okay. Well, hey, I don't say that they deal with marketing and this thing now. Careers. You can see the careers. Okay. HubSpot. I know that they deal with marketing. So which certificate did HubSpot give me? Let me see the certificate they have. Let me click on career. Oh my goodness. So you must anything based on anything you are doing, right? You just have to um so you just have to see what you just have to look for one certificate that you know that people are giving. You can certification, this English certificate or award that are relevant to services you are offering. So marketing, let me you can just search Google for maybe marketing awards. Let me just see. Okay, BMA Awards. So you just have to look for one award. What you have to do is you have to look for one award that a company is giving related to um the services you are rendering. All right. So SEO is one of them. Like SEO is relevant to writing. All right. So I will just choose SEO. I will stick to my SEO by HubSpot. If you are into maybe graphic designing and that's what you choose, it's part of what you choose up here. You can just choose maybe look for awards being given, awards by maybe Adobe. You know, Adobe is responsible for all these things. So the certification, they say where which year? It's 2020. So personal website, private, nobody will see it. Can just put any name there. Joyce27.com. Nobody will see that. All right, you just have to put anything there. So continue. And that this thing has increased to 50. So you have to link one of these. Let's link our Google. So it will automatically we choose that your email. You have to choose this your email verify. Let's see, it has increased to 55. And we need to get 80 before we proceed to start creating gig. So now you cannot take your time to create a Twitter account. Don't bother creating Facebook. But you can create a Twitter account for your business. Never can tell. You can try to have a Twitter presence, okay? So but and link it, because if you link this Twitter, it will increase these chances, because until we get at least 80%, we will not be able to start creating gig. So but I know what will give it to us. So me, I've connected Google. I won't connect these two. I will just click continue. So what will give me phone number. It will ask us to add phone number. Now, keep in mind that any phone number you have will shows the country you are. That we register with UK IP does not mean uh, we are gonna be assigned as a country as UK if you use Nigeria. Though it used to work like that before, but later on Fiverr changed the whole thing. So any number you use in verifying this account is the same number. Is the number of the country used in verifying used for verification here is the same number that will be that number of the countries. It will assign you that country as the country you come from, that will be shown publicly. And once you verify it, the country you come from cannot be changed. It's only Fiverr that can change it themselves. All right. So if I use UK phone number to verify this my Fiverr account, my account automatically becomes UK number. If even while I'm using this UK IP, I use USA phone number to verify my account, my account automatically becomes a USA account. So for this, we need a UK phone number. If you need the UK phone number, you can try to get it if you know how to get it. But if you don't know how to get it, you can come to me. I will sell it for you. Okay, for just 3,500 naira UK number. 3,500. But if you have how to get it, you can. But make sure that when you get UK number, please store it in your draft. You are still going to need it when you want to withdraw. It is very, very important that any phone number you use, that you keep it safe. All right. So I'll pause this video to go and get UK number. So I've gotten my UK phone number. Please know that when you put your UK phone number, please make sure that you always choose verify by SMS. But although I don't know the kind of phone number you are gonna be using, but if it's gonna be from me, always choose verify by SMS. But if it's gonna be for anyone else or anything, depends on what the person says you should use. However, you only have 2 trials to 3 times. After 3 trials, you use the phone number you use is not working, then this account will have issues. Like you won't be able to proceed with verification. You have to wait for maybe like 3 days. And even after that 3 days, it's not guaranteed that your account will still work. You might still wait for another 3 days until Fiverr system automatically release it for you to try again. All right. So that is just because if you try this SMS 3 times, you won't be able to use SMS again. You'll only be left with by call. If you try this 2 3 times and it does not work, then you'll be locked out. You'll be asked to come and verify after 3 days. You have to wait for 48 or 72 hours before you come and try to verify again. And except you do phone number verification, you cannot start creating gig. You click on verify by SMS. Okay, you can see they say there is something wrong with this number. Let me see. 790097 790097 9037 9037 9037 9037. Alright, you can see, like I said, this number has issues now, so I will pause this video. Yeah, so guys, what you have to do is you just have to add UK phone number. Like I said, from here, I think I've had wrong number, and I've been logged out for 24 hours before I could add number. So, but once you add number, you have to click on finish, and they will tell you that we are done. You see, like I told you that we have 65%, we've gotten 55%, and if we add the phone number, it will give us 10%, making 65%, and we just click on done. Once you click on finish, that is all. So our profile is now set to start creating gig. They will take you to the place where you have to create gig. That is the next page they will take you to. So once you take you to that place, then we will start creating gig. So my next video, that will be 24 hours after. I will start from this particular place where I will verify the video. Then I will then go. Then I would walk us through on creating our first gig. All right, but pending that time, just take your time to set your profile from what you've watched. You're free to ask your questions within the group. All right, so just take your time. All right, to ask your questions once you are done watching the video. So please, the video might be long. Just find time to watch the videos. Okay, you can pause, always go back and watch again, always go back and watch again. So that is all for now for this, and the next one, we're gonna be diving into creating our gigs. All right, because we need to create our gigs, and I will be telling you how to create converting gigs. All right, so that is just this, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Like I said, don't forget to hit the likes button, comment, subscribe to this particular YouTube channel, also with Simple J and Crypto Toilet. I think I'll be uploading these particular videos on Crypto Toilet in case you're watching. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I might be uploading in any of the two channels. Alright, thanks for watching. Do have a wonderful night. I want to go and rest. You can see this is 6:25 a.m. I'm really tired. So till then.